I don't want to go to concerts.
I went to see Red Hot Chili Peppers a couple weeks ago in LA, their hometown. It's a transformational experience. Maybe your life is so good you don't need that, but for so many people, I'm watching like 30, 40,000 people who probably, many of them may have had a rough week. The whole country feels like they're carrying a backpack lately of just stress and depression. To see them go up there and sing about California and LA in front of people living here, it was uplifting. It's like a Springsteen concert. Sometimes it feels like a revival without the religion.
Yeah. Well, I think what it is, I mean, hey, soul concerts are great. I agree. I have had some great times at concerts. It's just, to me, it's not worth the, getting in, getting out, being in crowds, waiting online in the bathroom. That you can't take that out of it, beating the traffic. There's a lot that, yeah, I mean, sorry.
Let's do a concert in one of your
But
empty lawns
I know
out here.
that there is I think what the feeling that you're describing comes from is that we're all so divided and we don't seem to have much in common with our neighbor. But when you go to a concert, everybody has one really deep thing in common. They all like that band, that singer.
Mm-hmm.
And music is very personal, and it's very, very rare to find someone who doesn't like one kind of music. You almost never hear somebody, when you say, what kind of music do you like? Oh, I don't like music. You don't like music? No, you don't like country music or rap music, but you like some kind of music.
You must.
Almost everyone does. But we don't agree on what kind. But when everyone's at the concert for the Chili Peppers, it's like all these people have this very deep thing in them in common.
Right.
We like this band, and whatever this band does really gets to us on a, visceral level. And that, yes, that is powerful. Of course, when you leave the stadium, all these people, you go back to being these people who, right. And if you talk to them, you'd have big disagreements.
It's interesting.
It is interesting.
It calms the savage beast.
Yeah, music is like that. It's a shame that it can't really change the world. It likes to think it can, but it can for those couple of hours. That's all it can do. It's like, of course, the band sees that every night, so they think they're changing the world because that's all they see. It's like Trump always thinks everyone in the country's behind him because he's basing this on a Trump rally. That's all the crowd he ever sees. People love me. Yeah, people at Trump rallies love you.
Well, if you're the Red Hot Chili Peppers and you just rock 35,000 people 70 nights in a row, your head's going to go to everyone loves me.
Right, but it's really only one out of like 500 people.
It's interesting.
Or more, in the whole country who are there. But yes, I mean, that's the great thing about mass communication.
Who's the most popular musical act in the world, in our world?
Today?
In America. Yeah.
I don't know.
I wonder.
Well, I mean, we can name the suspects. I mean, it's going to be someone who's enormous. And I mean, Drake just broke some record. Of course, those records are not really, it's apples and oranges. It's kind of like comparing Babe Ruth to someone who played today.
Right. It's impossible.
You know what Babe Ruth's lifetime batting average was?
287.
342.
Wow.
342 as a home run hitter. I mean, even the singles hitters, the non-power hitters today would never hit 342. It's because when Babe Ruth played, there was no relief pitchers hardly. They pitched on 2 days rest. The mitts, but like literally were mitts. They weren't like big giant basket gloves. They didn't play at night. There was no black people in the game. You were playing only against half the population. So the talent was way thinned. No Latino players.
Right.
No wonder that's how he hit 342. Nobody would hit 342 today. I mean, Derek Jeter retired, I think, at 310.
How are the Mets doing now?
Mets are awesome now that I don't own a piece of them.
What happened?
What? It got sold to Steve Cohen.
Oh, so your part got sold along with that?
Yeah, he bought out the minority owners. Yes.
Oh, that must hurt.
No, because it was right after the pandemic where we lost a fortune. I was writing checks you wouldn't believe.
Really?
Yes, because we weren't playing baseball for a year.
You got to keep every hot dog vendor on the payroll?
I don't know. I don't get involved in the details. All I know is I lost a lot before I got way more back. I knew it was going to be a great investment. I mean, it's a fucking National League Baseball franchise in New York. They're not making any more of those. Why everyone else who could afford it and way more than I didn't do it, I have no idea.